Hello, Jerry here, and welcome back to another episode on the JerryTown Server. And here we are today. Actually, we have modded the JerryTown Server, and we are using a platform called Nodecraft. But anyways, back to the main point. Today, I am going to be joined by my friend, Top Dog, who is also Snazzy Cactus. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good stuff. Okay, that's perfect. So instead, we're just gonna... Fine, I guess I'll walk. So, look at this monstrosity. In the Plymouth District, this is the JerryTown nuclear power plant. It took ages to build. And you are building in creative mode because anything that will benefit public will be built in creative mode. So, that is our rule. So, today, we're going to be building nuclear power. It's time to give electricity. This is from the Industrial Craft Experimental mod. We're still in 1.12. And I'll leave the list of mods in the description. I'll actually make a JerBear website, and I'll make a way for you to download all the files. I'll make a Google website, and I'll put on there a link to download all of the mod files. And I'll explain that more in channel updates, as we need to jump on how to build this thing. This is Industrial Craft, but it is the JerryTown server. So we're going to leave 5 spaces on each side, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll build a 5x5 multi-block of this stuff. It's called reactor pressure vessels. They take any kind of 4 pieces of stone and a lead plate, which is just a plate of the Industrial Craft lead, which can be obtained in multiple ways. So it needs to be a 4 or 5x5 multi-block of these pressure vessels. And, yeah, so this generates, I think, 2,000 EU per tick. And so this is going to serve to each of the... It outputs 2,000 heat units a tick. When you're being efficient, 1 heat unit turns into 1 EU, I believe, the way our output is going. So we're going to need to put down a block and then place our reactor on top of it. And so this is the nuclear reactor, crafted like so. And it takes 4 lead plates, the advanced circuit, these guys, and a generator. And again, this isn't really about crafting. This is the JerryTown server. It's not a mod showcase. And I'm just kind of showing some of you if it might be interesting. Okay. So anyways, we're going to put down our redstone port right here in the middle. And a reactor hatch. Access hatch right there. This is for turning it on and off, so we'll stick a lever right on top of it. And so we'll say that I'm going to put a little sign down so that people make sure that up is the off state of the reactor. Unfortunately, we could not get... I really wanted to get thermal monitor, or what is it? Nuclear control is an add-on that tells you when the reactor's too hot, and then automatically shuts it off. Now, this one will explode, but because of all the pressure vessels, it won't be a problem. But the way we're going to design it, it'll be self-circulating and continuing. The fluid setup should look like this. Fluid cooling mode. Perfect, right? So it should look like this. Heat units per tick or per second. So that is that. So on the sides, actually, instead, Snazzy, we're going to do them like this. There's going to be 2 of them like that. I was wrong the last time we did this. So we're going to put them 4 on each side, and then on there we are going to put the steam boiler, which I don't know how to spell boil, I guess. So the steam boiler, we put that, or no, leave the pressure vessels, leave the pressure vessels in, and we're going to put it on the outside, is one of those. And so we put one of those in between those fluid ports. Now, in each of those fluid ports, grab that fluid ejector, the fluid ejector upgrade, and we're going to need to put... We don't need any of these guys anymore. And he seems to be giving himself the fluid, so I'm going to grab, let's see... Oh, not a stack, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'll grab a few of these, and if you can fill that side, I'll fill this side, Mr. Snazzy, sir. So this is so we can eject the hot coolant. So what's going to happen is the nuclear reactor is going to heat up the coolant. We're going to use the heat from the coolant to warm up steam. So anyways, if we grab ourselves the liquid heat exchanger, is what you're looking for. We're going to need 4 of those, and we need to make sure that the liquid, I believe, well, let me look at this again. I need to make sure, well, here, we'll place it down, and we'll grab a wrench. So if you grab yourself a wrench, the Industrial Craft 2 wrench, not the Buildcraft, it's an orange-looking one, and you click it, and, oh, I forgot, we need to... Oh, I forgot how this mod works. I have it on the JerryTown server. What am I doing? So, and then right-click it so that I know. I guess I don't remember how to play this. This mod. Okay, so you want to make sure, I believe, that it's facing.
Wait, how do we do this?
So you want to make sure. Yeah, so you see how I have it, how the blocks are out? I want you to look at the steam boiler, sneak, and yeah, you got it. So that it looks like this one. Yeah, you guessed it. Okay. So then we're going to need to... I forgot how this mod works. And I had this one survival world where I had so much stuff. I didn't build this yet in the JerryTown Adventures. I just have the regular nuclear reactor. So, actually, no, don't output from those. We got a lot more blocks to place.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot more. So, what we're going to need, I think they're called heat exchangers. Look up for heat. Yeah, heat conductors. So, grab some of those heat conductors and fill it up. Just drag with left click, and you can fill up. So, fill up all the slots. There's 10 slots in the middle. Fill up the slots. No, oh.
I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry.
Just right click. Okay. So, fill up 10 of these. I'll grab this side, and if you grab the other. So, fill them all up with 10 each. If you just kind of hold left click and drag, that will put them all in. So, we do have enough of these guys. Oops. So, I think that should be just enough. I'm going to keep looking at this little video here. So, liquid heat exchangers, yeah. And then coming off, he has, okay. So, in each of the liquid exchangers, I need you to grab some more of those fluid ejectors. And so, you'll see that there's some slots at the bottom, right? Like when you open up the GUI. There's one set of 3 slots in the middle. In the middle, put a fluid ejector.
Only one?
Only one. One fluid ejector. And put one in that middle of each bottom one. I'm mostly explaining this just so that Snazzy can get it there. And so what we're gonna need after that, I'm trying to remember this. Don't judge me with my. Did you fill up the heat conductors already? It's just those.
Yeah, but I broke one.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Liquid heat exchangers should be full of those. Yeah. Get to the kinetic generator part, bud. Okay, so what's the next block out? That's all I need to know. Yes, I got that. So the steam generator. Okay, so the steam generator, I want you to open up that GUI. And type in the numbers. So the one all the way to the left is 200. Open up the steam boiler, that steam boiler thing in the middle of them. And so the one all the way to the left, put that up to 200. And then the middle is 20 and make it 221 bar. And then at the bottom, I need you to make it 1 millibucket per tick. So that's the thing all the way to the right, 1 millibucket per tick.
Both of them?
Oh, yeah, both of them. So make them both at 221 bars, and then the 1 millibucket per tick.
Got it.
And so now I think we need to fill this up with distilled water. So if you go in, and you should find a stack of these universal fluid cells. I don't remember how to fill this thing. This is a lot of recollection of memory for me. But yeah, grab just the regular, or yeah, universal fluid cell. That's fine. So I think we're gonna need something to put it in there. I don't remember how we put the buckets in. We need to fill it up. I just don't remember how to fill it up with water. That makes me seem very dumb. I need to understand. Water mills, Stirling kinetic energy. Fluid regulator. That's right, we're going to need some of those too. This is something I don't remember about anything how to do. You know what, he'll probably fill it later. So outputting from this thing, I'm actually going to go to a different video where we have Mamenth doing this. He is quite a professional on this reactor specifically. I'm sorry about that. But it is just the way he designs it has the best output. And I wanted to make sure that I had his output. But it's really quite interesting the way he has his output designs. Okay, so I figured it out. He has... I'm going to see how he wires this. He does this in such an interesting fashion. So... that guy. Kinetic steam generator. Okay. So... now, let me show you. You're going to grab grab kinetic steam generator. Or, no, a steam... just look up steam. It's called a steam turbine. Now, while looking, hold and sneak like this. And you need to make sure that you see that. No, not like that. It needs to be the other way. So, hold and make sure... see. And so, towards the door, you should see, like, that circle thing. Here, no, like that. Yeah, you got it. Okay, this is the top one. This is quite a complex reactor, I tell you. So, we are at 12 minutes already. So, we're just going to try and finish one of the reactors today. It really is a complex device. If I knew more... the next time we build this in the next episode, we're going to be able to zip through them faster. But it is... There's a lot more to it. I'm going to make sure that... okay, so he does this in a different fashion. I'm going to follow his... old design. Okay. So then after we have those... this is such a weird output, the way he's doing this. We're going to take that kinetic steam generator and... okay, the kinetic generator. Okay, so grab yourself a kinetic generator. It's just called a kinetic generator. And on the outside, I want you to sneak. And place it on the outer wheels, like that. I believe that's what it should look like.
It's not coming up.
Like, do you have kinetic generator? Oh, wait a minute. I think I placed those down incorrectly. Yep, I placed those down on the wrong side. So you need to make sure that if you see, like... here, actually, I might be able to change this with the wrench. Or I could try placing it this way. Nope. Okay, so make sure that you don't see that circle thing. You need to... so like that, you see that? That's wrong. You need to flip it so that you see a dark spot. So I'm going to grab my wrench again and see if I can fix this. If I sneak, right-click. Yes. So, put down the kinetic generators, and then sneak right-click. Yeah. I figured it out. Okay. Sneak right-click. Yeah.
Huh, this is weird.
Yes, it's such a complicated mod. So, this is the more complicated nuclear reactor. Those of you know how I have a nuclear reactor on the Jerry Adventures. I picked a much easier version there because I didn't want to generate anywhere near as much power. Oh, oops. What a dummy. Okay, there we go. So we'll put the kinetic generator. No.
Whoops.
We need to put down that kinetic steam turbine again. No, you need to... You got rid of the kinetic steam turbine. Okay. So now we'll put that, and I'll fix... Oops. I need to sneak right-click. Duh. I fixed it. I got it already. Okay. So... This is really complex to create. But I'm going to sneak right-click each one of these. Like a dummy, that one was already good. I got it. Okay. Sneak right... Sneak right-click.
Yeah!
Right-click... Oh, you had it. Okay. You...
Okay, I'll
Don't...
get it. I'll get it. Okay. Yeah, let me get this.
Okay,
I got this, Jerry.
This is okay. Make sure that... Yes! They're all okay. Let's make sure all the circles are... Like, the little circle in the middle are to the inside. Okay. We figured it out. We could do something right. So, now that that's finished, we can move on to the next portion. If you click on those, they should have... Okay, production. Yeah, production 0. So, in the kinetic steam generator... Okay, so look up steam again. And then there should be something called the steam turbine. It's a weird-looking, egg-looking thing. Okay? You see it?
Got it.
Okay. So put one of those in each of the steam generators. They're the steam turbine, the thing that's running in the middle.
Wait, how many are there?
Well, there's 8. So I just want you to grab the other side. So I filled my side. Now, if you go into each, they're the middle ones, and I'll grab the ones on top. That's all right. That one doesn't need any special orientation. That one's easy to fix. We just need to retype in our 221 bars and 1 millibucket per tick. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that this has a steam turbine there and there. Gonna make sure that one's good and that one's good. Okay. Wait, no, that one's missing one. This one is. I got it. Okay, so they all have steam turbines now. That's right. I forgot about this. There are so many components to building this reactor. This one's probably... Okay, so we're at 18 minutes. Put it in each slot. Right? And then what else do we need? So that's going to be our output, right? Okay. I'm crazy. He didn't fix those there. This tutorial is not as nice as I want it to be. So, could you grab some fluid regulators? So they're called fluid regulators, and then grab a condenser. Now, those two things are going to need power. So, need power to make power, right? So, that's the way we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to kickstart them with a little bit of power. These are really complex ones to create, these reactors, because they require so much setup. And I'm just trying...
But it pays for itself.
It pays for itself. That's a good way to explain it, because it's a lot of work to make. So, before we do that, I'm going to fill the reactor with coolant. Well, actually, we'll worry about that later, but I'll grab the coolant. Universal fluid cell, there should be 14 of them. I'm going to get rid of one. Okay. So we're going to open up the hatch and we're going to put the coolant in there. We're going to fill her up a little bit. Oh, this is extremely laggy. I love that. It's great. Okay, so we're gonna need to give it 4 more once it turns on. The way he shows this is absolutely amazing. Like, just quality. So, on the back. So, on the end of these steam turbines, put our condensers. So, so the back of the steam turbines there, put the condensers. Then under them, oh no, he's going to have to do the fluid regulation under. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so then I need you to place these fluid regulators on the outside there, and you see how there's this square thing here on the outside. We don't want that, so we want to yep. So you guessed it, sir. So the fluid regulators, I'll wrench them. You got it. Okay, this is a complex device. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, oh man. Okay.
Not this again.
Oh, the wrench. The biggest pain is rotating things. Okay. So, now, here comes the more fun. We need to place one. Okay, sneak and put it out like that. So make sure you have one facing that way. You see what I have here, facing out towards you. Now, we have to place one, and then wrench. Make sure it's going in, wrench, and you can't see the square like that. Like he has, is what he does here. And then he does the same. Okay. Think I figured it out. Okay, so do that again. Put another one on it. Out. Wrench. You see why we needed more space now? Wrench.
Definitely.
Okay, we are at 20 minutes. I'm sorry this video is so slow. Eventually, once we have these, and just let me know if you want me to build this off camera. Uh-oh. I think we have an issue right here. We have to make sure that these are like so. Gotta make sure they look like that. Nope. That's not right. Make sure they look. I think that should be right.
Not this side.
Nope, not that side. Okay. Make sure it's out. Wait, gotta. Oh. We gotta fix this one first. Okay, place the next one. And fix. Oh. Okay. So let's make sure the other side has them all lined up. Okay. So now we move on to the next step. There are lots of different ways that people do this. Now, I found his to be the most efficient. The way he has the fluid exchanging and the kinetic steam generation. So, in the grade, so he's going to grab, what's he going to grab? I'm pretty sure he's going to grab distilled water. Solar, low voltage solar array. So, yeah. So what we're going to need to do is get these guys a consistent source of power. Now, that is why we have the solar panel. I'm going to look up to see that we have advanced solars. We don't have advanced solars. I could have sworn I installed that mod. So these guys need power. the fluid regulators. I forgot about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down our glass fiber cables here on the top. And we're going to put down some solar panels. Solar panels are the most inefficient way of power generation, but hopefully they can power our beautiful machines that we are going to need. So let's put solar panels on each one of these glass fiber cables. And we're going to need to put this and connect it on the outside to these fluid regulators. I think the condenser needs power too. So we're going to have to connect this to the fluid regulators. This is actually power output to each one of these. Unfortunately, this is the one downside about this design of the reactor. I'm debating whether we should continue to use this design or just use the simple 6x6 additions and just build more of them. As this is a complicated idea. So we also need... He runs them on top. So instead, run them on top. And I think I know why. So, run them down on top right here. Wait, is that right? Is that how he runs them? Oh. Yeah. We need to make sure we don't mix up the power generation from these with the output. We can't mix this up with the output, and now I know why he doesn't do it that way. So let's put them on top of the regulators, and then run them down. We're going to have to run a couple to the... We're going to have to run one to the condenser, which is going to need to go out and back in again, just because I don't want it to connect with our kinetic generators. So we can draw this down, and we're going to have to connect to the underside, unfortunately, of these fluid regulators. So we're going to need to do that and connect this right there. So, yeah, this is an interesting method of transport. I'm going to run it. Yeah, we're going to have to run it that way. Okay, so that is the fluid regulators there, and we're going to have to run down and power these guys here. Now, I don't know that the solar power is working enough, so we're going to need to build a lot more solar panels. I'm going to build something called a solar flower, and I'm actually going to... Oh, no! It's a liquid heat exchanger. Oh, no. I just broke something that is not easy to fix. So, we're going to need to change those and make sure... I broke a liquid heat exchanger. This is trouble. I really should have come into this more prepared. But okay, actually that went in perfectly that time. So, I think this has to go into it. Yeah, I need that one to go in, wrench, and then we need to, okay, fluid regulators go into that, yeah. Oh, this is quite a project to be able to pursue. Or no, we need to fix that one first, and then we can fix this one. Okay, no, because I'm a dummy. So let's fix that one. That's that output. So now we're going to need more solar panels. I'm going to create something called a solar... We'll worry about powering those later, actually. I'm going to finish placing the blocks. Let's see what we are at. We are at 29. This video is going to be a long one. We're going to make it 40 minutes long, so the condenser requires power too. But in the condenser, in the side slots, Snazzy,
yes,
put 4 heat vents. So grab... heat vents and put 4 heat vents in each condenser on like the upper side, the upper part, border that.
Wait, which heat vent?
So it's called just the heat vent, and so put 4 And then, unfortunately, these do have to be replaced eventually. And then grab a fuel ejector and put it in the bottom slot all the way to the right.
Wait, how many do we put in?
Okay, put 4 heat vents, put them on the sides, on the top part, and then in the bottom portion, put 1 fuel ejector all the way to the right. And oh, I just realized something. We didn't put any more, that's weird. Oh, that was the one I broke, right? Or no, wait a minute. Which one did I break? Oh, I think it was on this side. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, we got an incorrect fluid regulator. This is quite a complex project. And I'm going to cut somewhere soon so that we can show you what things have looked like afterwards. I'm going to make sure that all those are fixed. Oh, no. That's the steam boiler. So we're going to need to place... No, right, it wasn't a steam boiler. I just fixed that. Oh, that's kind of upsetting. So we're going to need to fix this guy again. Oh, that's quite a
all right, you put it down all wrench.
Oh, oops. Sorry. Fluid regulator. Fluid and fluid. Okay. And let's make sure it's filled with the coils. Make sure the wrench isn't in my hand. Okay, that's worrying. Let's see. I think they needed... Yeah, the fuel ejector. That's right. Okay. So the condensers, do they have the heat vents and fuel ejectors in them? Yes, they do. So that is that status for that guy. So we're going to need to make sure that the fluid regulators are each at 1,000 millibuckets per tank. So each fluid regulator at 1,000 per second. Gonna have to make sure they are fast fluid regulators, because otherwise we have issues with coolant getting back into the device. We're going to need to connect those back. So make each fluid regulator, set it... You know how to do that? You know, just push the...
Yeah.
Oh, this is quite a project. I will mention, though, this will be so much nicer. Let's see, are all these done on this side?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to fix the cable. There. And there. We're going to need to improve our solar flower there. And we're probably going to just output the power that it puts right back into the device. And then I think we have to get the fluid regulator... Wait a minute. Kinetic steam generator. Put a fluid ejector in each one of the kinetic steam generators, would you?
Wait, what now?
Okay, each one of the kinetic steam generators.
Yes.
Put a fluid ejector upgrade in it.
Kinetics.
Or no, fluid ejector. It's the fluid.
Oh, that's pulling. Whoops.
Yeah.
Which one of these are the steam dudes?
They're the ones in the very middle that run into the condenser straight.
Wait,
they're right in the middle. The ones that are in line with the condenser. Swell. I figured we'd need more of those babies. Okay. So, we're going to need to run fluid regulators from the condenser, I expect. Yep. I'm still here, just a second. Hi. Hi. Okay, so we're going to need to run fluid regulators So we're going to need to dig down under our stone here. And we need to dig and put fluid regulators to the condensers. So put them right in line with the condenser. You're going to need to put one that points straight back up into the steam boiler, which, if we did it correctly, should be right there. So we're going to need to wrench, make sure it's pointing up on the sides, yes. And so then we're going to need to wrench and...
Wait, they're not pointing up on the sides.
Just on that one.
Oh.
And then the condenser, I don't know why he doesn't have one.
Oh, dang
And then
it.
put one right under the right under the condenser. So all the way back to the condenser. Oops, wrong side. And we're going to need to wrench. And so on this underside, these are kinetic generators. Oh, darn it. So we're going to need to run this cable down under and connect it to all of the fluid ejectors. Because, oh man. And we're going to need to set each of these to 1,000 that are on the other side. So each of the ones on the other side to 1,000. And on the top, we're going to point one down. Point one down in the middle. And then we're going to point the rest into that. Okay. Wrench is 4. 4. And we're going to need to put... I can't get over how complicated this was. I forgot.
I don't even remember what to do.
Okay. So make sure all of the fluid regulators are pointing in. Okay, which they are. And put one under the condenser so that it's pointing like that. Oops. Okay, you got it. So now we're going to do the same thing on the top, except in the middle, we point it down. That's the fun part. Okay. No, we're going to need to destroy a solar panel here. Point down. Okay. So let's draw back from this. 4. Wrench. And wrench. One more. Uh-oh, we have a ceiling here. I'll have to fix this all later. So, and there. Okay, so this should be, as far as I'm concerned, most of the fully functioning general area. Okay. We're gonna have to run. Let's see, the liquid heat exchange, they don't take power. Yeah. Okay. So now I know what to do from here. I know. Okay, so here's what we need to do is we need to make sure that we know.
Oh. No, I didn't even press anything.
Okay, we're just gonna have to fix that. It's all right. So now we need to run power to each one of the fluid regulators. And, okay, so you did that here, and we have that there, and we have it on top like that. We have it on the other side there, and okay. So now what we need to do is write, like, one block in, not the fluid regulator, but the next block. This needs to not connect to anything else. That is our output power. That is output power right there. So this is a problem. So we can run it to the wall. And, okay. So that is output power. Connect it in the middle there. And run it to the wall and connect it with my cable there. So that there is output power. We are ready to put our stuff into the nuclear reactor. This is going to have been a 45-minute video. So we're actually going to need to fill these fluid regulators. We're going to have to fill these full of water. So we're going to have to fill, or distilled water, sorry. We cannot make that mistake. So grab some of those distilled waters, and the fluid regulator that is pointing into the steam generator, just put like a stack of them in there just for the heck of it, you know. Or actually, no. Put it till it's full, and make sure.
Where'd I put these?
That's not on. That's why. Okay.
Jerry.
Just a sec. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. That's why I haven't told you. Empty. You know what? I'm just going to give this thing a battery. Okay, battery. So we're going to grab a battery pack, an advanced battery pack, and we're going to fill this thing with some power right now. And it should... Oh, that's why. We need to make sure that all of them are set to 1,000 millibuckets a tick. That was my mistake. Okay. So it should be working. It should have output all of it. And it's full. Okay. So put water into the fluid regulator that goes down into the steam generator, or the one until it's full, and then take them out. Yeah. Got it down now. Okay. This has been quite a video. So we're going to put that down, and we're going to grab the empty cells. Now, just do not put them in the outer fluid regulators. Just wait a minute. Is this right? Yeah. Just put them on the fluid regulators. Put them into the fluid regulators that go into. So turn all of them on 1,000 millibuckets per tick. Make sure all of them are at that rate. It appears we have a ringing phone.
Yeah, that'd be mine. It's my fax machine.
So, fax machine. Yeah, it's one of the... You're one of the few who still uses fax machines. They're pretty cool, though. Fax machines. Yeah, I like fax machines. So, we didn't put 100 in there. So, fill...
Jerry?
Yeah.
This keeps draining.
What do you mean draining? Does it drain out of it? Good, that means it's getting power. No. Oh, did you fill it up more than once?
No. I filled it up. I put like one in and it started going, so I filled it up again.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I want it to go. So, if we did this correctly, then we need to make sure that these guys have sufficient power. So what I'm going to do is... Well, actually, no. We're gonna need a heck of a lot more than that. Gonna have to put these like that. And...
Like this?
Yeah. So just... This is something we call a solar flower. It's... I don't call it that. Someone in Industrial Craft... This is just a commonly used structure for solar panels. And let's see that everyone has sufficient power. They're still filling up. I'm gonna make this one super high. And I can run another. This is gonna have to be an open plant down here. And, well, so we can just run these to fill them up now. We just have to make sure they have power right now, and then we can get rid of these guys. Because we're just gonna use the same power that we have outputting to get them going. But we're just gonna make sure that everything has... You know what? In that case, I'm just going to take an MFSU into these guys. So I'm gonna take a pre-charged MFSU. So there's a pre-charged one. And I'm gonna put it right here on top so that it outputs. No, that's charging it. We want to input to the system. Please tell me what just blew up. Was it the condenser?
Yep. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, we're going to need to step that down. No MFSUs. That is actually too high of a power, so we're going to need an MFE. That's a problem. Because it might run out sooner, that's all. So, I figured that would happen. I didn't know if I wanted to risk it. We do need to put the condenser back. Or the cables break. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I'm missing here? No. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Just want to make our output power is not connected with, yeah. This has been just a crazy project. I don't even... Wait, remember to put the fluid ejector and heat vents. So put one fluid ejector all the way to the right and fill heat vents. So you do the wiring, I'll fix the, yeah. Okay. This has been...
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was because the EU output was too high. We needed to step it down. So this should be sufficient power to make sure all these are working. So now, clear inventory. Let's, coolant is full. So I'm going to need... It is time to get something we call uranium. So make sure you're wearing your hazmat suits. And grab the quad fuel rod. Well, actually, I'll do it. So in the top here, we are going to put 3 quad fuel rods. Oh, this has been an amazing project, and I'm sorry we've carried on this long. But we're going to lay our little layout in just a sec here. I'll show you the little layout that we have. Of course, it's video play after ad, but we are going to need, I think they're called component, there we are. Component heat vents. So I'm going to fill up with these, or, oh, wait a minute. Grab a stack. Yeah, that's good enough. So, okay, there we go. I have the setup on my screen. So, I have the setup that I'm going to need. So we're going to need some, I think they're called heavy plate, or, we'll just look up plate. They're called something plating, or I don't remember what they're called. I know what it is, I just don't remember what it's called. It's the containment, that's what it is. So I'm going to grab some of those. And then we are going to need some overclocked heat vents. Overclocked. I forgot about these. So, okay. So I'll do the little layout here, and we're going to need... Leave that open. Put it up like this. This is a really complicated setup in its design. Open the vessel, please. Okay, so down here, we're going to need to leave 3 spaces there, and I'll put 1 in each one of these other slots. This is a crazy setup, but it should work quite efficiently. So from here, we're going to go diagonal up with these overclocked heat vents. And we're going to put 1 there, and another one here. We're going to go up to there, and I think... 1 right here, and so every other, I think it is, yeah, so every other streamline like that. And so then we're going to put the component heat vents in the diagonal slots in between them, and then we should have an output of power heat units in just a second. So here we do those, and then we grab another overclocked heat vent, and we turn the thing on. We're finally gonna turn it on. And, it appears, so we're gonna need to put the remaining 4 in there. And, so this should be the reactor running. So let's grab ourselves an empty MFSU I'll grab. And we're going to put this on our output cable, which is right here. And we're going to watch this baby work its magic. Okay. You want to do the honors, Snazzy?
Sure. Count it down.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. Whoa. That's a lot of heat units. Okay. Let's check on core temperature here. Uh-oh. We're experiencing issues. You see how the heat level's going up there? That's the core temperature.
Yeah.
We do not want it to be that high. Which means we have something that is inefficient. I think the liquid heat exchanger is not working correctly. But that will be enough for this episode. I hope you did enjoy it. It has been a... I probably just broke something. I hope you have enjoyed it. Yep, there we go. I am breaking something. I hope you had enjoyed this video. If you did, please do comment, like, and subscribe to join the Jailbird Den, and I will see you in the next one. It'll be a better one than this. And this is not what we do on the JerryTown server. Don't you worry. We're gonna finish this off camera. I know. So we might just go back to the easier reactors because they're easier and they're better, and yeah, that's all right. So talk to you later. Bye bye.
See ya.